Noir is the heartbreak grape. Pinot Noir is persnickety. Pinot Noir is finicky and feminine and delicate. And sometimes it's muscular and has big shoulders too. No other grape is more aromatically lifted and beautiful. To me, sometimes my Pinot Noir should smell like perfume that you want to dab on your wrists. Bruliam wines are distinctive from every other Pinot Noir because they're made by me. I'm a one-woman show. I touch the wine at every stage, from vineyard to harvest, to fermentation, to barreling, and all the barrel aging and on through bottling. Bruliam wines are part of me. My dad used to tell me, you can be whatever you want after medical school. And I held up my end of the deal. After I finished medical school, I thought, I think I'd rather be a winemaker. So I went back to UC Davis and I started Bruliam Wines in 2008. The transition from pathologist to enologist is not as crazy as you'd think. I just went from yeast to yeast. Harvest is my Super Bowl. It only comes around once a year. So it's important for me to have fermentations that finish cleanly and finish completely. This is one reason why I get so obsessive about yeast. Sometimes I like to match the flavor profile of a yeast to a vineyard. I think having that advantage gives my wines more nuance and complexity. Plus, it's really fun. I have access to some of the best fruit in California, and my relationship with my growers is something of a sacred pact. Putting their name on my label is a promise to my growers and all the people who drink my wine. It's a promise that the wine in the bottle is reflective of their farming and expressive of the place where it's grown. The fruit from Gaps Crown Vineyard always reminds me of ripe summer berries. To make fruit from the Gaps Crown Vineyard puts me in the upper echelons of Pinot Noir. San Giacomo Vineyard Roberts Road is one of the most special sites. It definitely has a cool climate sensibility. It's always leaning towards red fruit, cranberries and cherries. The aromatics are incredibly nuanced and incredibly complex. My husband always calls Pinot from Santa Lucia Highlands that earthy, leathery, clovey thing. And the Sobranes Vineyard definitely lives up to those words. The vineyard nearest and dearest to my heart is our little estate vineyard, Torrey Hill. The fruit from this vineyard tends to have a really classic Russian River Valley profile. Everybody knows my motto for making Zinfandel: no slutty Zin. Rothpile is different. It has a minerality and an intensity of dark fruit that's like no other Zinfandel in the world. This year, I finally decided to make a Chardonnay. I'm super excited that I got to partner with my dear friend Charlie Heinz and his estate fruit. My goal is to make a Chardonnay that has a strong citrus character and beautiful floral top notes. I would say the majority of my wines score over 90 points across all of the different publications. I'm the highest scoring winery that nobody's ever heard of. If you give me 93 points, I will say you are correct. Nothing makes me happier than getting an email from someone who opened a bottle of Bruliam to celebrate their child's wedding or the birth of a grandchild. But I'm also equally stoked when someone sends me an email that says, I had a rotten day at work, and I had takeout Chinese food, and I opened a bottle of your rosé, and my day got a little bit better. Bruliam is named for my kids, Bruno, Lily, Amelia. When it comes time for harvest, the kids are out there picking, my husband's on the sorting table, and my parents are returning bins to the different growers. All right, let's go. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Bruliam Wines is truly a small family winery. I'm lucky to have a family that embraces my being a winemaker and the fact that my job is something that's part of our life every single day, 365 days a year.